Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, as usual, many news, many updates. We have to tell you more while we wait for the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup. It's going to be special. We start with France facing Morocco, but the market is no stop. And so we have plenty of things to say and we jump into it together. And we start with the done deals because it's been a busy day on several fronts. Things are happening around Europe and also around goalkeepers. Yesterday I told you about Arsenal signing Meslier as new backup goalkeeper. Let's see if Kepa is going to stay or if he's going to arrive as a third goalkeeper at Arsenal, but the deal is done. Meslier already did his medical at Arsenal. Today, Manchester United closed another deal. And Manchester United closed the deal for their new backup goalkeeper because Altay Bajindir is expected to leave the club. Andre Onana already left to go to Trabzonspor, loan deal without any buy option, but Man United to reach eventually around £1.5 million in bonuses. And now Karl Darlow, the goalkeeper from Wales, former Leeds United goalkeeper, available on a free, is moving to Manchester United. And it's a here we go. So new face at Man United. He's going to provide competition to Senne Lammens, who is obviously the clear starting goalkeeper for Michael Carrick. But Karl Darlow has accepted all contract terms. He will be the new second goalkeeper at Man United. He was already in contact with United today to sort the contract details. Tomorrow will be the time to sign the contract, complete the move, and so Karl Darlow at Manchester United is a here we go. Meanwhile, don't forget Andre Santos, who did his medical today, first part at Manchester United. We just wait for an official announcement, for club statement, but Man United have signed their new midfielder, and is Andre Santos, and Man United have signed the new backup goalkeeper with Karl Darlow. On Manchester United and Ederson, guys, I can tell you more. Ederson already completed the first part of the extra medical. There will be a second part, and then any moment from now on, because these days everything will be sorted. I told you this week we expect to have a final confirmation on the deal. This week Manchester United will provide a verdict on the Ederson deal. At the moment the deal is on hold because the deal is verbally agreed United Atalanta, verbally agreed United Ederson. First part of medical done in the US. United wanted to check more. Extra checks are taking place in England, and then Man United will communicate to Atalanta and to the agent of the player, can be any moment, whether they proceed with Ederson or if the deal is off. So let's wait for the verdict on Ederson. Then, more to mention, guys, also on a former Manchester United player. It was my story already a few days ago, but let me confirm. Alejandro Garnacho has serious chances to leave Chelsea in the summer transfer window. It's a similar situation to Andre Santos, I would say. Chelsea are not actively trying to sell the player, so he's not out of the project at this stage. But the understanding is that in case of good proposal on permanent deal, so as of today, Chelsea position is permanent deal or nothing, but Chelsea are starting to open doors to potential exit for Alejandro Garnacho. Then we have to understand if there is going to be a possibility for permanent proposals, if some club will arrive with this kind of solution, or if some club will arrive with maybe a loan with option to buy, obligation. At the moment, Chelsea position is clear. Garnacho can only leave on a permanent deal. So let's see, let's wait what happens. The Garnacho situation is starting to move. So I expect things to happen around Alejandro Garnacho. After just 1 year since he signed for Chelsea from Manchester United, he could be on the move again. So let's follow the Garnacho situation with movements already happening behind the scenes. Movements happening on scene for Newcastle United because obviously they already lost two important players, Anthony Gordon, Sandro Tonali. They signed new players as well, but the next one will be Manzambi, the midfielder from the Swiss national team. If you're following the World Cup, Manzambi is probably one of the best talents appearing at this World Cup, scoring goals, providing assists, doing very well. I told you a few days ago that Newcastle United were preparing an official bid to send to Freiburg. The bid was sent today, and there is an agreement in principle between Newcastle and Freiburg for the player. So everything is verbally agreed. Now, fixing the final details, payment terms, contract details, but everything is on the right way for this deal to happen. And so Manzambi, expected to be a Newcastle player, the here we go is a here we go soon, but it's almost done, will be any moment. And so Newcastle will add an important talent to the squad like Manzambi. Then we have to follow the situation of Bruno Guimaraes. Many of you asking me, it's true that there is a an agreement already in principle on personal terms between Bruno Guimaraes and Arsenal. Guys, I told you already in 2-3 videos, personal terms are never going to be a problem. Bruno Guimaraes doesn't go to Newcastle and say, let me go to Arsenal without having an agreement with Arsenal. So I don't think that's part of the story. It's absolutely obvious that Bruno Guimaraes would agree personal terms with Arsenal. The contract is not a problem. The salary is not a problem. The desire of the player is to live in London. The desire of the player is to work with Mikel Arteta. The desire of the player is to play Champions League football. The player wants to go to Arsenal because of the ambitions and the opportunity to win trophies. So when you have all this kind of desire, I don't think a deal is going to collapse because of the contract. So the contract is ready and it's never been in doubt. It depends on the clubs. It's on Newcastle now to decide whether to give the green light to the exit or not, and the conditions. Arsenal will try again. Arsenal will bid again. You can be sure that Arsenal will return to the table. So for sure, this story is going to continue in the next days. Then Newcastle have the ball in their court to decide whatever they want. They already raised good money this summer with Tonali, good money this summer with Anthony Gordon, so it's on them to decide. And then, guys, talking about clubs deciding, it's gonna be on Borussia Dortmund also to decide on Karim Adeyemi. Barca first offer, I told you last night in a video, for Karim Adeyemi is 20 million euros. It's not enough to convince Borussia Dortmund, they want more. But let me tell you one thing, Barcelona will not go and offer 40 million euros for a player who can be a free agent in January, can sign with any club for summer 2027. So Barcelona are not going to do that. Adeyemi told in a very clear way to Borussia Dortmund that he wants to go to Barcelona, that personal terms with Barcelona are agreed, and that he's not going to sign a new contract at Dortmund. That's a decision made by Adeyemi. So now it's on Dortmund. The negotiations will continue with Barcelona, but Barca will not spend crazy money. So there is a feeling this deal can still happen, but financially Barcelona will not offer 40 million euros, which is the price that Dortmund had in mind at the beginning of the market. Barcelona will not offer that. They are at 20, Dortmund want more. Let's see if Barcelona can be open to discussing, but for sure the player is being very clear, and Barcelona have the player on their side. And when you have the player on your side with 1 year left on a contract, you know, it's complicated to imagine that the player can still sign a new deal at the club. It's not going to happen. And it's also really complicated to imagine that Barcelona can spend more than 20, maybe 25 million euros on a player that they can eventually sign on a free in 6 months signing and then joining in summer 2027. So let's see what's going to happen, but for sure the desire of Adeyemi is clear, and my feeling is that this deal can happen. So negotiations are well underway for Adeyemi to Barcelona. And so, guys, on this and much more, let me know your opinion as every single day here in the comments. Remember, as always, to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, to let me know your opinion on absolutely everything from United to Bruno Guimaraes, Adeyemi, Manzambi, and all the rest. And see you soon here on the channel. Thank you. Ciao.